Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We're starting off early today, 8 a.m. on the West Coast. Welcome you. New week, new opportunities, new stories, new news. And I sure hope you had a fantastic weekend. Now, just bought myself a couple of masks because I think this pandemic is going to last for quite a while. Numbers are going up. In 4 states, Texas and Florida, COVID numbers are going up a lot. And as we know, the rules and regulations for both Uber and Lyft is that the riders and the drivers wear their masks. Florida's in the house. Matt, thank you. I welcome you. Hope you and your family are doing well. Hopefully you're staying safe. Not too good news on the PUA, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, is that the Labor Department and Trump want to abolish it. They say now it's redundant, so it may look like the last 4 to 6 weeks, Omar, what's happening, that our PUA will be abolished, or that's at least what they're trying. And I get that from very credible information. One of my colleagues, not just colleagues, one of my best friends in Texas is a senator. And he said that they are trying to abolish the PUA. They want to force the people to go back to work. And that's the Labor Department and Trump. I think it'll hurt Trump's re-election chances big time if he gives a big FU to all of the people that are collecting PUA. Just saying. And that doesn't matter where we stand politically. It's just that a lot of people are relying on that PUA, and you've envisioned receiving about another 4 to 6 weeks, so that might be gone. So this is you're still waiting for your PUA. Wow. Well, I'm sure that backlog of money still has to be paid to you, but it sounds like they're working around the clock to abolish the last 6 weeks of PUA. I'm gonna take this mask off. So Our House Mondays, whatever's on your mind, please share. I'll read it out. I just made a brief introduction there. We got Cool Genuine in the house. Phil, how are you? Good. Had a little bit of cleaning up to do in my channel. Tracked one guy down in LA that made a semi-threat against my son Ryan. Me, South African way, got a couple of guys, found out where the person lived, tracked the number, and showed up there. The guy was very, very, very scared. He was profusely and said he would never ever do it again. I think he knew we were there to show him we meant business. I don't tolerate that, threats against my family. So I took that matter into my own hands. And then I have another character in Atlanta that I also found out how he's operating, another troll. We'll also deal with that. So I don't tolerate that type of behavior. We're trying the best for drivers. We don't have to have a couple of trolls trying to smack our efforts down, right? Especially when they are not succeeding in their own field, and then they try and lash out at others, blame others, point fingers at others. We're here just trying to do our best, and that is trying to fight for better conditions for rideshare drivers. Uber and Lyft, we all know it, are not treating drivers well. Many of the other gig companies could do way better. Many of the gig companies didn't supply PPE. Many of the companies are trying to wiggle out from AB5 and the laws and not pay their people accordingly, not give them the health benefits. So we got to keep on pushing. That's the goal of this. Garcia's in the house. Garcia Bui. That's the goal of this channel. And in between we'll have a little bit of fun. We'll flush out some trolls, but we stay on track. we stay on track. There's a message, I want to read it out. Sorry, I'm driving. No more rideshare gigs or food delivery for me. Okay, that's cool. That's good. You know, that's good if you have made that decision and get clarity. I'm very happy for you if you can put your foot down and say, you know what, sorry, this gig is not for me anymore. I'm just worried, my friends, about the PUA. I mean, the Labor Department, and I'm repeating myself here, but my senator friend in Texas, I've known him for 26 years. He served 26 years in the Senate, told me that they are trying to abolish the PUA, and that's that $600 per week. They're trying to scrap it. They're trying to force people to go back to work because it's costing the government too much money. They put that money and that promise, it was decided on by the House and by the Senate, and to now retract that, possibly 6 weeks times $600, $3,600 per person, that's a lot of money that we are relying on, right? And if they do that, I would say it would cost the current administration dearly in the November election if they retracted that promise. But we shall see. You know, I don't have the crystal ball. We don't have the direct number. So who knows what they're going to do with our PUA. For the people that are still waiting for the PUA, they owe you that money retroactively. They owe you that money, let's say from February or March. So you should be getting that money, right? Jay says, still haven't received PUA. Not many Lyft drivers in Silicon Valley. Yeah, I mean, if you are a driver, if you drove in 2019, if the pandemic hit you, you're most likely collecting your unemployment and your PUA, right? You're most likely. So the true drivership is not reflected at the moment. The very few people that are driving who are forced to drive because they haven't received their monies yet, they're actually doing very, very well. Even the rideshare guy reported on one driver making $4,000 in 1 week. Well, my guess is, you know, worked around the clock, Monday to Sunday, if you want to make $4,000. Haven't gotten PUA in Illinois. I hope it comes your way, JW. That money is owed to you, my friend. They owe you that money. So if you are out there, if you are driving, please spray your car down, clean it. I had a couple of private clients over the weekend. I did one trip up to Arizona and back to drop off a client. Make sure you're wearing your mask. Make sure you have sanitizers and that. These ones, by the way, you can get them at CVS. They go a very, very long way. Hand sanitizer, antibacterial, kills 99% of germs. A big, big bottle versus these tiny little bottles that go pretty quickly, right? Your clients like to see that. May I use that? Yes, you know. Oh, by the way, I also sell these bottles. You could pick these bottles up probably for $3-4. You could easily sell a big bottle like this for $8 or $10, right, in your car if you want to create a little bit of extra income. But the rules are very clearly laid out. Lyft send out an emailer. Riders, drivers have to wear their masks. Uber has clearly laid it out. Riders, drivers have to wear their masks. If we are truly going to get a second spike in COVID-19 numbers, at least 4 or 5 states are spiking right now. Texas and Florida being 2 of them. And then apparently in September, the numbers are supposed to go up again. So, according to Fauci, whether you believe him or not, Fauci, we all know that name, but he made a statement yesterday that this will last for at least another year. And again, I'm just repeating what was said. I'm not making that up. I read that yesterday, that he reckons we're in for another 1 year of masks and all of that. So Lyft says rides are high in demand. SBA loan, yeah, California numbers are going up also, that's true. Mark Bisson says my SBA loan for transportation company has been approved. That's beautiful, so you should be seeing money very soon. JW just put a passenger barrier in the car. You know, that's a good rideshare partitions, or whatever they're called. They do have a great product. Fits across here, see-through. I would do it, you know. They are fairly costly, by the way. They're fairly costly, those rideshare petitions. They're not cheap. But if it's a matter of life and death, if it's a matter of boo-boos in the house, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Hopefully everyone's Monday is off to a great start. We have 31 people in the house. We have 9 likes. I love those likes. I work for the likes. If you could smash that like button, that would be awesome. I'd greatly appreciate that. And thank you. Just said 2 people hit the like button. So on the weekend, I bought a Chevy Bel Air 55, an absolute beauty that I'm restoring. Jeff's in the house. Thanks for continuing to keep us informed. You're more than welcome. I like to keep informed, and if I can serve the community and keep them informed, great. I love reading a lot of news outlets, Googling the news, Googling Uber news, Lyft news, Googling food delivery news, gig worker news, to get a picture of what's going on. Every 24 hours the scenario changes, right? But right now, my biggest concern for rideshare drivers, for gig workers, would be the last 6 weeks of PUA that the Labor Department and Trump are trying to abolish. That, to me, poses a danger to drivers and gig workers. Why? Because it's money you're relying on, and if you're not getting it, you're forced back to work. You're forced back into those conditions. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to force people back into the employment. EDIL portal, what did he say there? Personal protection equipment is, yeah, PPE is much easier to get now, correct. People are waiting up to 30 minutes for Lyft rides. Yeah, the riders may be coming back, the drivers are just not there. And then Michael says the EDIL portal goes live again for everyone this week. You think it's worth hurting your credit score for just a $1,000 grant? I'm not sure, but Michael, if you have that link, please do send it over. I think it would be worth it. But PPE, yes, I've seen, you know, we've walked into Walgreens, walked into CVS. I mean, a lot of those stores have the sprays, have the sanitizers. Looks like the markets have caught up with that, and now that more businesses are open, I'm sure they're accelerating their orders. Now, I bought this 55 Chevy. I also bought a 350 Chevy engine. If anyone knows it, the 350 short block, the most powerful engine out there that Chevy produced in those times. And then I also got another 55 engine, which I believe is the 282 or the 287. I got 2 automatic transmissions. I bought 1 manual transmission. I just want to make sure that I got all the parts, and then I'm going to be filming the progress of the entire restoration of that 55 Bel Air. And it truly is a beautiful car. It really is aesthetically beautiful. And with a big, you know, 380 horsepower, with double carbs, with headers, large exhaust pipe. You know, get yourself another 30, 40 horsepower out of that engine. Should be fun. Maybe we can introduce Uber or Lyft Classics. We've got 35 people in the house. I welcome you all. Happy Monday to you. Hope your week is off to a great start. Stay hydrated. Heading down to Long Beach right now. Dropping off. I'm towing one engine as we speak. Personally, in mid-July, the virus likely spiking everywhere. PUA will be approved for approximately 400 weekly for the next 6 months. Pure political move. Well, I heard it's going to be abolished. The $600 is going to be abolished. If they replace that with $400, probably yes, probably a very smart political move. Give less, but over a longer duration will probably score more political points. I agree with that. Could be a pure political move. But you're right. I would 100% agree with you on that. Ultimately, that money that you receive, that I receive, goes back into the economy. You know, so these stimulants or this stimulus package, it's exactly what it means to stimulate the economy. Mark Lewis says, yeah, maybe $300 instead of $600. Yeah, that would be, I would be okay with that, but it sounds more like a political move. I canceled some trips due to being 12, 13 minutes away, Phil. You know, if you have to drive 15 miles, dead miles, to maybe pick up a short trip, that's only going to take you a couple of miles. You're losing big time. So it makes total sense that people cancel the trips that are 10 to 15, 20 minutes away, right? But those Lyft and Uber riders will be trying again and again and again. Eventually they will get someone. Eventually they will get a driver, a sucker for punishment, as I call them, who will drive all the way out there to take a $4 trip. But let me just tell you, the math, you're working backwards, right? And what's up, everyone? Thank you for joining. They cannot stop the 600 PUA. It was in the CARES Act. Well, they're trying. I agree with you, it's in the CARES Act. But they're trying, the Labor Department is trying to overturn it. It's Moose says, I've heard about the $400 per week instead of the 600. You know, again, there's a lot of rumors out there, but the Labor Department went on the defensive over the weekend because they were attacked by, you know, by people in the Congress, by people in the Senate that said, hang on, you've approved this. You've already approved this. This went through, you know, this went through Congress and this went through the Senate. So you can't turn your clock back on that promise, on that $600. People are relying on it. What they don't like about the fact that if people are getting $600, like, why should I return to work? Any word on how it's driving in Austin? I'm sure you'll make good money as an Austin driver, right? But you're still out there, just like it would be in Austin or Denver or Miami or New York or LA or San Diego. You're still out there facing that COVID issue. It has to be lower than 450. 450 is a bonus going back. 300 makes more sense. Have you guys noticed, thanks for sharing that, by the way, have you guys noticed how Uber has lowered the rates? Makes no sense. It just shows me that they're running out of money. If Uber has in fact lowered the rates, which they did, rideshare driver Harry Campbell also reported on this, then you know they're in trouble. Lyft, on the other hand, completely puzzling. But if they have the money, what they're doing is they're throwing big bonuses, $150, $250. I've seen bonuses of $500 if you do X amount of trips per week, right? They are really trying to get the driver back. Now, I doubt that I doubt that Lyft is making money on that, right? If they're throwing out those big bonuses. But what they're cleverly doing is they are bringing drivers back, and probably also bringing a lot of Uber drivers into their portfolio. Passengers are also canceling the long wait requests, correct? If they're waiting, you're not coming, you're not moving, they cancel. They hope to get the third or fourth or fifth sucker, especially if you have to drive 10, 15, 20 minutes. I've heard of people driving 23, 25 minutes. Guys and girls, doesn't make sense. Drive somewhere 15 to 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. If that trip is canceled and you all the way out there, maybe you're not getting your cancellation fee. Maybe you've burnt up a lot of gasoline. Maybe that trip just ends up in a little $3 to $4 to $5 trip. Under 4, we don't haul. After 5, we start to drive. Let's see that. Ziggy says COVID is BS. Okay, that's your opinion. Of course, you're allowed to share that. But I just hope you don't do it. I hope you don't get it. Do your due diligence. I think the due diligence speaks for itself, Ziggy. 200,000 people dead in the United States. Tons and tons of fatalities worldwide. In my home country, South Africa, a lot of dead people. So I think I don't have to do any due diligence. I think the numbers speak for themselves. I think what also speaks for themselves is that the couple of countries that really proactively started testing and putting everything in place from day one, like New Zealand and Iceland and Germany, have very low numbers. So I think the story speaks for itself. But you're completely entitled to your own opinion if you say that COVID-19 is BS. I just hope it doesn't hit you or your family, because at that moment you will say, sorry, it's not BS, it's real. And you don't want it to be real. So I'd rather be out there. If I have people in the car, I'd rather wear the mask. That's just me. And I will wear the mask until these numbers subside or go away. Nothing wrong with that. And besides, wearing a mask, yes, you're pushing carbon dioxide back out of your body. So as long as you oxygenate yourself every now and again, but at the same time, in a city like LA with such high pollution, you're also filtering out a lot of the pollution. That's why they pretty much wear masks in China, in Shanghai, Beijing. Yeah, Michael, that's one of my strengths is multitask. I will be writing texts even on the other phone. Got 2 phones, right? Texts on the one phone, YouTubing, on my way to make money. I don't want to always just keep it linear. I'm very capable of doing 3 or 4 things at the same time. Somebody said that to me yesterday as well. Somebody that was in my presence. They said, it's amazing how you are able to do so many different things at the same time. And I keep moving them forward. And I guess, I tell you what, I guess it comes from living in Germany, studying in Germany, having one German parent. They're very much like this. It's very organized, very systematic, very punctual, very driven. They're very, very highly productive people, the Germans, I tell you. Just look at their cars, look at their technology, look at their engineering. Text and drive. I have this auto text thing here that I use, but no, I don't like to text and drive. You have it up on the dashboard, and if I'm on my way to the airport or so, I'll type with my fingers on the dash. I don't hold the phone or look down like this. I think it's dangerous when people start looking down. Mic to text, yes, but it's very difficult to do mic to text while you're doing a live stream. Man, it's overcast today. Got 19 likes. If we can get it up to 20, much appreciated. Our House Mondays, it's early, it's 8:30 a.m., 11:30 on the East Coast. We welcome you. I hope you had a good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Who relaxed, who chilled, who worked, who finally received their money, unemployment or PUA. There we go. Up and down the stock market, yeah, it's a wild ride, but people make money in the highs and lows, you know. Welcome, Mr. Bukala. Sold some houses, that's beautiful. That's good commissions. DJ, how are you? $400, 65 rides. That's what I just mentioned that. They're throwing big money out there, Lyft. I'm not seeing this from Uber. I'm seeing exactly the opposite from Uber. Uber is lowering the rates. Now, if Uber's lowering the rates, probably the smartest move that Lyft made is to throw bonuses, right? That's complete opposite business behavior. One's lowering and saying, hey, you know what? We're not going to pay you what you were paying before. The other one's saying, come to us, we'll pay you even more. So they are getting a lot of drivers. Where do you find the lifts for the rewards for Lyft? Good question. They will email it to you in your market. Texas PUA, Houston $150 bonus for 50 rides. Okay, that's $3 on average more per ride. Obviously, they're throwing those bonuses out in a trailer, indicating. Got to remember that I have a long trailer on the back. I have a hoist on the back, and I have a big, probably 1,200 pound engine. Is it buffering? I may let the, is it good now? I may let the video continue as we use this hoist and lift the hoist engine off. I got to do a quick turnaround. 250 bonus last week, 50 trips. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Good for you. I want to try and get this engine off the trailer and get back on the road ASAP. I have to go and get an auto trailer and another car. So it's a car day. Probably 5 hours of driving, parts and cars. But the upside is when those cars are ready, money, money, money. This is a project I can easily make about $20,000 on, 20,000 profit on this project that I'm taking on right now. All I have to do is just get the parts and the vehicle down to my mechanics and then let them do work. But I have a massive margin on this project, so my guess it'll be done in about 2 to 3 weeks. Making an additional $20,000 in a month is not a bad thing. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Our House Mondays. I'm in cool and overcast Long Beach right now, LBC. Dennis Torres, you live down here. A couple of drivers. Sherelle's down here. I'm passing Temple, coming up to Redondo Boulevard. LBC people, Long Beach City people will know where I am. Right by the airport. I'm right by Long Beach Airport right now, driving parallel to the runway. Little private airport. Signature. I think it's called Signature. Lived in San Pedro as a child. Cool. Compton people. Yeah. Cool. Nice to see you, Compton. Compton's in the house. Welcome you. Happy Monday, my friend. And again, I had to shut 3 trolls down this weekend. One, I personally showed up at their house because they made a semi-threat to my son. And that individual was petrified when I showed up with a few people. I'm like, do you want to retract? Do you want to apologize? Or do you want to face the consequences? The guy says, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Never realized that you'd follow through. And I said, I'm coming. Looked up the address, looked up the person, and showed up at their house. Scott Tucker. And for this other guy, Scott Walsh, don't email me, don't terrorize my channel, don't do unsolicited calls. Legally, there's 2 or 3 chess moves I can make on you. I have so much against you, I'll shut you down, MF. Just a warning. So you might be hiding in Atlanta. I've done this before. I've done this to 3 or 4 other people. They want to troll and terrorize. Take care of your own shit, right? Don't come and bring your shit into my world, because I will shut you down. That's just how I am. I'll spend money on it. So friendly warning, walk your way. Let me do my thing. But again, I'm giving you a warning. One more time you show up. I found out who this character is. He goes by a lot of pseudonyms. He has a lot of, I checked in with YouTube. He has 4 or 5 aliases. And he likes to terror. He thinks he's in the dark. He's not. He thinks he's operating in the dark. He's not. Shone the light on the cockroach, and the cockroach is in Atlanta, Georgia. Right? So I will expose you. And not only that, I will hit you hard legally. I will bury you in paperwork. So don't try that shit. Just move on with your own stuff. Don't bring your own problems into my life. Right? And I've quickly figured out what your issues and your problems are. So let's just part our ways. Very friendly warning. No judgment from now on. You do your thing. I know what you're trying to do. I've given you a ton of free advice, a lot of free advice. You haven't followed that advice, and you're angry that your thing is not working out. And now you're coming and try to shit on my doorstep. Not going to happen. Sorry I have to mention that, ladies and gentlemen, but I want to send this character a very, very clear message, because he's admitted he hides and he's a big exaggerator. He said he started the delete Uber movement. No, you didn't. I know where that originated. He said he has contacts in the White House. No, you don't. I mean, you make up a lot of shit, right? I would just advise, start your own YouTube channel and work hard. Sacrifice, put in the time, right? Do the research and do it the proper way. And sorry, Scott, but I gave you a lot of great advice on your websites, on your marketing direction, and you didn't follow any of that. And I'm not saying that my direction was right, but whatever you are doing there is not working for you, and you're getting frustrated, and you're trying to get creative, and you think you can outsmart or outclass people in YouTube rooms. You can't. So move on with your story. I wish you the very, very best. I really do, Scott. But enough is enough, because if you cross the line with me again, I've made the line very clear today on Monday, this day in June 2020, that if you want to cross the line with me one more time, that's it. You know, then I cannot be friendly anymore. But people know me in my channel. I'm very black or white. I don't believe in the gray zone. I'm very direct. You know, I've said things that you may not like to hear about this company that you're trying to start in Atlanta, right? And I'd rather give you the real feedback, which I think, right, you need to hear. And again, I'm not saying that what I am telling you is right, but I've applied certain things social media wise, website wise, etc. Got a lot of good people working for me, and they produce good stuff that works, right? And I'm sorry it's not working out for you, but you cannot make your issues and problems my problems. I will not own that. I will not take that on. I will not allow that to burden me. So I have to make it very clear to Scott Welch is that today I drew the line. Try the little things that you've been doing. Not cool, my friend, after all the help you received, right? Anyway, I wish you the best of luck. I really do. You and your family. I hope you stay safe. I hope you succeed. I hope it eventually works out for you. On Redondo and 10th right now. Anybody's in the LBC, wants a breakfast or a coffee, hit me up. I'll meet with you. My treat. Okay, I wonder how I'm going to do this. This is not going to be easy. This ain't gonna be easy. I have a big trailer. I have a tiny trailer on the back. Actually, I have a motorcycle trailer, but I have a big engine on the back. That's what I wanted to say. I'm on my way to pick up a big trailer, an auto trailer. But this little trailer, I managed to get the cherry picker, which is called a hoist, old school one. Did this first part by myself, loading it on. That wasn't too difficult. The second part's going to be difficult because I have to go up a hill. So that ain't going to be easy. Phil, we'll meet up. We'll definitely meet up. No doubt about it. We'll meet up. Eventually you meet up with everyone. I'm just gonna set up the camera quickly outside and keep the stream going, because 37 minutes of our house is not enough on a minimum of 1 hour. There's Ruben there. Good morning, Truth Warrior. Good. We need some truth. See if I can get Ruben. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe I can pull this whole thing in. How are you, buddy? Good morning. You get your coffee? Did you get your morning coffee?
I don't really drink coffee.
Oh, you don't drink coffee?
Yeah, I don't want to get the
Taking the dogs for a walk, eh?
Yeah.
Cool, have a great day.
Right, you too.
That's a 55 Chevy engine. That's an automatic transmission. This is an old school hoist. So I got that up there. I got that up. This goes in one of my cars. That's the other one. See this beauty? You like her? Oh yeah, I must wear that COVID-19 t-shirt again. You're right. Got to wear that again. Wear it more often. Send Dara a message. So, towing that with a Cadillac, believe it or not. What do we do here? Okay, use these for the chain. Cherry picker, yeah. Hoist or cherry picker, 100% correct. So what I'm going to do, putting the tripod legs out. There we go. this sucker. Morning, morning. So Ruben and Marvin are helping me. As you can see, that's Ruben and Marvin. Thank you for hanging in there. We're getting the hoist up here. And that's the beginning of the project. Got a 55, that's a 55 Chevy engine and a transmission. Marvin and Ruben are helping. We're down at Long Beach, 793 Redondo Avenue. And then we have another 350 short block. Oh, that thing. Yes. So maybe we lift that up and we just. need that one, Ruben. That's his one.
Is that yours here?
That's his, but he said I can take it. Can we have some usefulness here? He said I could. You good? You need another one? So we use that sucker there. Just bought this baby here. This one's just needs some suspension thing fixed. And then we got that engine out with the cherry picker, which was great. Thanks, James. Much love, my friend. There's Ruben there. Ruben, legend. He helps me do all my cars. Just amazing. Greatest guy, 793 Redondo Avenue. I'm just going to have a quick piss. I'm coming back in about 1 hour, 3 hours. Turn this music off. Because we're live streaming. Don't want to get a strike. Don't want to get a strike. YouTube strike. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Heading off, and I'm going to do part 2. I'm going to pick up the car now and then bring it down to 55.
We have a motor here, so
We have 2 motors here, right?
2 motors here. 350 and
2. He said it's a 280 something.
283.
283.
Yeah.
So it's a Chevy 283. And then
This is a power glide.
that's a Power Glide 2-speed, right?
Power 2-speed, yeah.
Not a great transmission, as Ruben said.
No.
So I'm probably seeing that I like speed and power. I'm probably going to opt for this one. Chevy 350. That's a 3-speed, right? Automatic? Yeah, this is the one. 350, Ruben? Much more horsepower, right?
Plenty power.
So Ruben and I are going to document the series. We're going to make a series 1, 2, and 3 on the complete restore and remodel. Some of those videos get 300 to 700,000 views. So Ruben's going to show you all the steps, from getting the engine ready. We're going to reseal everything, and then we're going to put on headers, right? And we're going to do a complete 3-series video on how to take a car shell and completely remodel it. And I've looked at those videos, and they get a lot of views. That's all the harness?
Well, this is a light harness. Light.
Oh, okay, for the lights.
No, we don't need that. On my
But we need, can you just point where you said we need to reseal it? Could you show the people?
You see the transmission is being resealed very
Yeah, poorly, right?
poor.
They just did a rubber sealant, so we're gonna have to open that up.
The water pump, the timing cover,
Yeah,
everything is really kind of halfway. Look at the transmission.
yeah, that's poorly done.
That's not good.
So we're gonna put the proper seals in and then give her a nice tune up.
Properly.
And the radiator, which is up there, right?
Yeah, the radio's right here. It's
The
right
radiator.
there. Yeah, we have it.
He said the radiator is in front of the the grill. All right. All right, my friends. I'm going to cut this video off at 1 hour, and then head out. It's 9 o'clock, perfect, and I have to be in Thousand Oaks at 10 a.m. So that's going to work out. And put this one. We were going to put this in an Impala, right? But the client.
Yeah, the client declined it for the thing, but.
What happened to that project? I mean, he's going to take it elsewhere to a transmission guy, or what?
No, he said he knows somebody else does that transmission in Harto.
Okay, but that transmission wouldn't have worked anyway because it's only a 2-speed. That wouldn't have worked.
It's the same transmission.
It's the same one.
Same one.
What year was that Impala?
60.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's exactly the same.
Power drive.
Cool. And there's Marvino. He's working on a VW. Which one is that? The Golf?
All service.
All service. Okay. Good. You got a lot of cars in.
Yeah, a couple of cars. That's cool. That's nice.
All right. I will help. I'm bringing workers. So if we need to move anything, I'm bringing some manpower. Might be.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be ending this exactly on 1 hour. Come down to Lincoln Auto Electric on 793 Redondo Avenue. If you ever want to see the progress on cars, Ruben does all my vehicles. And do come and check us out. Do visit Ruben. Should I help you pull that in? Oh, take that.
Yeah, I have it right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
You sure? Okay.
Just keep it at the house if you want to go to get those blocks. You want those blocks?
Do you need them? Yeah, take them. Take them. Do you think this will hit the bottom here? No, I doubt it, right? Could. Maybe a little bit unsafe, right?
Maybe remove.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe pick up anything else.
You never know, right?
Nothing of
It might hit.
That's it.
Yeah, almost here. Here we're just doing the suspension on this one. And then this is money. This is money. Just getting the suspension done on this baby, and then it's going to be out for sale. Yes, correct. Correct. Very cool, Mark. You know your cars. All right. I wish you a happy Our House Monday. Thank you for participating. I'm going to do a follow-up video this afternoon. There's a lot of good topics to talk about, so we'll do another feed later this afternoon outside of Our House Mondays. Do be safe, everyone. I appreciate you. And I'm now going to go and pick up another trailer and then pick up the 55 Bel Air, which is quite far from here. In loving memory Kobe Bryant. That's how I'm going to end this video. In loving memory of Kobe Bryant, we miss you. Have a great one, everyone.